Hey YouTubers, this is Rob Moffat. Guys, I've got a ton of books, and over the years I've done a couple book reviews. This is one of the most interesting books I have in my collection. It was written by Martin Meylach in collaboration with Charles Whited back in the 80s. Charles Whited was a very well-known and accomplished newspaper reporter, an excellent writer. And he worked with Marty Meylach to write this book. It's called Diving to a Flash of Gold, including a fold-out replica of a salvage chart. What they're saying here is you have a real honest-to-goodness treasure map in this book. This book is three things. It's more than one thing. It's more than just a book. It's got three things going on. First of all, it's a personal narrative of Marty and his friends and family treasure diving here in South Florida in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You get a really good drama going on of going out there treasure hunting every day, trying to find gold and silver on the wrecks and locate different wrecks. You also get a flavor of the history of what it was like to deal with the government and all the problems that they were putting in front of the treasure hunters. And you got a really good flavor of what was happening back then. You also have a lot of information about the historical aspects of the treasure that was lost on the reefs here in South Florida. Number three, the most important thing in my opinion, is at the end of the book. And like the first part of the book, like I said, it's wonderful, personal narrative. The story is well written. On its own, it would be worth buying just for that. But if you go to the end of the book, it has two things. Number one, it's got a huge chapter called Where You Can Find the Wrecks. A lot of treasure books, they're hearsay, they're myth, they're fantasy, they're he said, she said. This is Marty and his friends going out every day for years, locating wreck after wreck after wreck, and giving you the exact location, plus what they found at the wreck over the years. And included with the book is a map, a treasure map. It's called a salvage map. Each one of these locations is numbered, and if you go into the book, you can look at the number and read what was at that location. And to me, that part of the book is worth more than what you're going to pay for the whole book alone. Number 129, just take it random. Locally known as the Ivory Wreck, after this natural 4 to 6 foot long elephant tusk recovered here. This ship was probably a slaver. Leg irons were found along with brass bowls for feeding in scale weights for precious gems. These indicate a ship returning from Africa. A number of lesser oddments are worthy of mention, although nothing of treasure category is found. These include a small copper cannon, brass divider, Roman numeral draft numbers, a few cannonballs, and musket shot, 5 ornate decorations, and said there's little to be seen here because the wreck is scattered and mostly buried. For those determined to find her, look for a few large ballast rocks at their rocky inshore end of the fingers. Some of the wrecks lie offshore of this point in 20-foot water and sand bottom at the end of the finger. Little is exposed. And it goes on. You have wreck after wreck that are located on your treasure map. And the descriptions alone, like I said, is worth buying the book. It's full of drama and romance and mystery. And when I talked to Marty, I bought the book at the boat show, and Marty was there. He signed the book for me. Oop, the book's coming apart now. It's sold. Dear Bob Moffat, best wishes. He also sold me 3 musket balls off of a wreck from the 1700s that he picked up. And you can imagine, before Marty got these, the last time someone had these were in the age of pirates and buccaneers. This is just an extraordinary book. Unfortunately, it's falling apart. It's a paperback. Even the cover. The reason I was thinking about doing this book review is the other day the sun was coming through my sliding glass door, and it was bouncing off this book. And there's little foil, gold foil here in the front of the book, and it was shining across the room. Somebody went to a lot of time to make this into a special book. And it's not just your average, ordinary paperback book. It's full of pirates and buccaneers and Spanish conquistadors and treasure ships, and you have the personal narrative of the relationships he had with the other wreck hunters here in South Florida and the Keys. It's very well written with help of Charles Whited. At the end, you have exact location of different wrecks and a real life, honest to goodness treasure map. If you if you want more, I don't know what else you could want. This book is still available. I'll leave a link to it on Amazon. You can get it. And even used, I think these go for just about what you would buy these new. This is a really wonderful book. Like I said, the story, I didn't spend enough time telling you about the story. It's very well written, and it's fun to read. You get a lot of the drama and the problems that the divers have, not just with diving and nature and the water and the environment and the wrecks themselves, but the people that you're trying to hide stuff from, and they're trying to steal from you, and they're stabbing you in the back, and it's full of a lot of personal drama and excitement. This is a very good book, Diving to Flash of Gold by Martin Meylach. I recommend this book. I'll be doing some more book reviews if they're similar to this type of book that's really exceptional and out of the ordinary. Hope you like this little book review. I put on new stuff every week, and y'all come back and watch more.